Friends, in this self discovery journey, we meet a lot of spiritual masters in our channel. So today I'm so happy to meet one of the mentor from Quantum Life University, Kiran Anumalasetty sir, who has started his spiritual journey long back. You know something interesting about him? He's an IT professional, but let's know more about his journey. How did he come into the spiritual line? So there was a time he suffered from one illness called ankylosing spondylitis, and there his quest started. His awakening started. Later, he met the founder of Quantum Life University, Dr. Newton, and Dr. Laxmi. So, without much ado, let's welcome. Sir, welcome.
Namaste.
Namaste, sir. I'm so happy to meet you.
Thank you.
So grateful. So, you're also one of my mentor. I have attended your session in Quantum Life University, sir.
Yes.
First, I want to understand how did you start your meditation journey, your spiritual journey?
So I was a very good student.
Uh-huh.
I never thought about anything like meditation or inner work or inner journey. I was just a good student, had lot of aspirations to go to the US and to prove myself in the IT industry. So as part of this journey, I was also going through an illness called ankylosing spondylitis, where there is severe back pain. It started when I was in my 10 plus 2, around 16 years of age. So there was intense pain in my back, from my upper back till my bottom of the foot. So I couldn't understand the reason. Even doctors couldn't understand the reason for the severe pain. I couldn't sleep well because of the pain. Many nights I had to sit and sleep because the pain won't allow me to lie down. So I was on medication like painkillers and injections for almost 10 years. So when I was living in the US, then this question came to me. There was a lot of free time. I was listening to some masters, and also I had some curiosity about teachings of Buddha because he was talking about pain. I was going through pain for several years, so I wanted to understand what Buddha said about pain. So I enrolled on a course on Buddhism from Naropa University in the US, and I finished that course. It was more of an intellectual understanding for me.
Right.
I was just curious. I was not interested in the practical work at that time.
Okay. So, how long back you're talking about?
This is in 2005.
2005. And that time you were also suffering from.
Yeah, it was at my peak, the pain
Okay.
levels.
Right.
And I was every day taking a painkiller. Without that, I couldn't sleep.
So
The pain was so severe.
So, how did you move?
So one day I got this thought that because in the US people are so, what do you say, they take care of themselves very well. They take care of their health. So I was seeing that, and I thought to myself, I have such a chronic problem and I'm not taking good care of myself. So I first went to a doctor, got all the tests done, and they told they couldn't identify it as ankylosing spondylitis at that time. But again, they gave same painkiller medication.
Right.
And they recommended some physiotherapy, which didn't help me. So I had this thought one day. Anyway, I'm not able to sleep in the night because of the pain. I'm sitting most of the night. So how about just observing the pain?
So, you got this thought from within?
Yes, from within. And I practiced that. Just being with the pain and observing the pain. Every night I used to do for an hour, sometimes 2 hours, sometimes 3 hours, just sitting with the pain. So I did this for 2 weeks. And then my pain levels came down. So it was an interesting observation for me.
Right.
So something is happening when I start to observe my pain. So I continued this. So, and I had a strong determination at that time that I should completely get rid of the painkillers because this process seems to be working. So I continued for another 6 months. So after that I stopped completely my painkiller medication. Initially I reduced like twice a week I used to take, and then once in a week, and then once in a while when I get pain. But after 6 months my pain levels completely came down and I could practice yoga,
Wow.
And I also could start training for marathon.
Mm-hmm.
There's a tremendous shift in my physical body
Just
after
by
that.
observing for 6 months.
Yes.
Wonderful.
So
Wonderful.
after that, I didn't take any painkiller till now.
Wow. So when did you meet your teachers, Dr. Newton, Dr. Lakshmi?
With Buddhism course and also applying this meditation, at that time I didn't know that it is called meditation. I was just observing the pain, but this gave me a curiosity that I should meet a spiritual teacher,
Okay.
okay, who can give me more insights,
Mm-hmm.
like a teacher who experienced this, who went through the wisdom and who experienced their own awakening.
Mm-hmm.
So I had a deep longing at that time. So I had to deepen my longing for meeting my teacher. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, if you want to meet your guru, all you have to do is deepen your longing.
So what is the exact practice in that?
So I had to feel this desire for a teacher,
Okay.
and I had to strengthen the desire in my heart to meet a teacher.
Mm-hmm.
So that is what I practiced. For 3 years I practiced this. And in the year 2009, I heard about Dr. Newton and Dr. Laxmi through one of my friends, Jayashree Janardhan. She is from Bangalore. She met Patriji and she told me about Patriji and also about Dr. Newton and Dr. Laxmi. So she actually forced me to attend a conference in Pyramid Valley.
Okay.
Okay. And that is the first time when I met Patriji there, and also I met Dr. Newton and Dr. Laxmi there. So I couldn't initially believe that a spiritual teacher can be in modern dressing.
Right, yeah.
So my mind didn't accept Dr. Newton as a teacher, but I had a beautiful experience in Pyramid Valley.
Okay. And what was
Dr.
that?
Newton was guiding through a process, future life progressions. That was the topic at that time. So it was a short meditation for 15-20 minutes. In that meditation, I had an experience. I saw myself as a future lifetime as a pure form of love. So there is no physical body, but this is kind of an astral body, which is a pure form of love. And I could feel that pure form of love in my heart joining, and that experience was so profound, so deep. I never had any such experience before. Till today, that is intact in me, that experience. So then I thought to myself, I should not leave this teacher. I should learn from this teacher. Because there is some reason I had this experience from within. And this is an indication that I met my true teacher, whom I am meant to be meeting in this lifetime. So I attended a 2-day workshop with Dr. Newton, 2-day Past Life Regression workshop in Hyderabad. So at that time also things changed in my personal life. I relocated from Bangalore to Hyderabad. So I met Dr. Newton in the 2-day workshop. So that was very intense and powerful for me, the 2 days going through the inner journey of seeing my past lives. So after the 2-day workshop, I had intense dreams. In those dreams, I used to meet Dr. Newton every day, every night.
Okay.
It was almost for a month, it went. So that was my second indication that I am on the right path. So then I decided to continue. I did all the training programs, workshops that Life Research Academy at that time was offering. And that is how my journey started with my teachers.
So that time you started meditation fully.
Yes, I was meditating, but initially meditation was not easy for me because I had spontaneous past life recalls in the meditation, and that was very scary for me.
Okay. What was that? Are you okay to share that?
Yeah, so it all happened one day when Jayashree Ashok, she was my friend who introduced me to Patriji and Dr. Newton and Dr. Laxmi. She attended a 6-day past life regression workshop with Dr. Newton and Dr. Laxmi. On the final day, she came to my house in Hyderabad and she explained all the journey for the 6 days, what she went through. And it was very exciting for me. So I was like determined to see my past lives. So that night I sat in meditation. I want to see my past lives. Okay, I thought I will see some beautiful things. But what I had was a very different experience which I never expected.
Okay.
So I had an experience of energy rising and reaching my
Sahasrara.
Sahasrara, the top of my head. And after that, I felt some kind of an explosion, like an electric current passing through my body and exploding here.
Okay.
So after that, I saw a big snake. It's very black and dark in color, which I didn't like. And slowly the snake started becoming bigger and bigger, its head becoming bigger and bigger, and body becoming thinner and thinner. And I couldn't look into the eyes of the snake. It was very scary, but I had no other choice. I had to stay with the experience. It was so powerful, so deep. And I saw a big jewel, a glowing jewel on its forehead.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the experience I had. Then I had a spontaneous recall of a past life memory where I was in a prison.
Mm-hmm.
It's like an underground prison, like a dungeon.
Mm-hmm.
And I was there with the chains, and I was like not feeling very good at all because my body was wounded. I was feeling very low with low self esteem, and it's very dark over there, very painful. So that's the experience I had in that meditation. So after that, after this experience, it was very difficult for me to relate to myself. I was relating to my past life memory.
Right. Yes.
Okay. And I couldn't think of myself as this body, as this person. Um and for the next 2 weeks, I had uh, spontaneous symptoms like spontaneous laughing, spontaneous crying, spontaneous clapping of hands. I just got married at that time, and my wife was kind of scared what is happening to him, and spontaneous memory recalls of past lives. So this happened for 2 weeks.
Okay.
So after that, the symptoms subsided, and I was feeling normal, but I was a little scared to meditate again.
All these experiences you got in meditation.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, that's before attending past life regression workshop. So I thought maybe I should do a past life regression to understand what is happening within me. And then I enrolled for the past life regression workshop.
How did you get this courage? Because after getting such experiences, and as you
Yeah.
come from such a background of IT profession, so did you really get that courage to face such things?
I was totally fascinated. Deep
Right.
within me, I was like fascinated. There is fear, obviously.
Yeah.
And but deep within me, something is saying that everything will be fine. You are meant to do this.
Some strong call
Some
was there.
strong call was there.
Let's move ahead. It's really very interesting to know all these things. I mean, we heard past life regression and then therapies and all. Even my quest also started from there somewhere. And same with spondylitis. That is the reason. So, what is the next experience of past life regression therapy?
I attended a 6-day training program. So it is a residential program. It is a very intense training program where you also learn the technique, how to guide a person into past life memory and understand this whole science behind past life regression. I was quite intrigued and very fascinated to learn this topic. And I also felt it is coming spontaneously to me.
Okay.
I don't have to put a lot of effort to guide someone into a past life memory. So the qualities that I have seen in Dr. Newton that are very much needed for a therapist, which are patience and listening skills and stillness. There are many qualities that are very kind of a therapist needs to have.
Right.
So all those qualities I started observing more than the technique. So that is, I didn't have any intense experiences during the 6 days, but it was a very good learning experience for me.
Yes, yes, definitely. Yeah, I can understand the emotions and feelings. So, how did you become past life regression facilitator and teacher later age?
Yeah, so the 6-day journey was good, and then I came back to work. And I also enrolled for the next program, Inner Child, and then Breathwork program, 6 days. So I did all these training programs with the intention of being in the presence of Dr.
Dr.
Newton and Dr.
Newton.
Laxmi. I never thought a remote possibility of me becoming a therapist. Okay, I was not aware that I have this gift. But one day I was sharing at that time. My wife was pregnant; she was carrying, and I started communicating with the baby's soul.
Mm.
So it was again a fascinating journey for me and my wife. So being able to communicate with the soul and getting also response from the soul, it's kind of mind blowing for me. Wow, is this really true? Initially, I doubted my experiences, but those are. I mean, I could really feel the sensations in my body when the baby is communicating, and I could also have a very clear knowing that it is coming from the soul dimension. So these things cannot be wrong. So I trusted the process, and these experiences I shared in a therapist meeting, and then Dr. Newton encouraged me to take a seminar in a conference in Past Life Regression convention on this topic. So that is my first experience with teaching.
Mm-hmm.
So I really enjoyed that process, and then I discovered slowly that I have this gift of teaching. So then Dr. Newton gave me so many opportunities because a master, true teacher, sees the potential of a student even before the student realizes that potential. So
Yes.
that's what happened in my case. Dr. Newton gave me opportunities to teach, and then also as a trainer in Soul Coach training program, and then as a therapist in Life Research Academy. So all these opportunities came to me, and then I believed in those opportunities because maybe this is right for me, that's why it is coming to me. So that's the approach I had, and I tried to do my best in whatever opportunities I got. So that is how I became a therapist and then a trainer.
Yeah, I understand like the way you experienced everything and the way you got attracted to this particular subject, and it happened very naturally, very automatically. I keep watching your some status and post communication with your kids, learning
Yes.
from your kids. I think you have two kids now.
Yes.
So, would you like to share something about this parental journey with your children?
Yeah, my children, they're great teachers. All children are great teachers. The parents need to have an open mind to learn from them. It's a great opportunity. Once they become adults, we lose that opportunity again. So it is best to learn from them when they are very young because they are with the divine connection intact at this age uh, till maybe 15 or 16 years, till they become adults, because their innocence is still there, their connection to the purity, to the heart, to the divinity is still there. So it's a wonderful opportunity. I see them as divine beings, and I try to learn from them in my all my interactions with them.
So, could you please share one of your best experience with them, best learning from them?
There are so many. I can share one where I was communicating with my daughter when she was, I think, 6 months old in the as a fetus. So my wife got a scan done at that time, and the baby is inverted in breech position,
Mm.
which means the legs are down and head is
Upside.
up,
Yeah, yeah.
which is not normal. So my wife was like very worried because usually breech births are difficult. My first son was a breech baby, and we had to go for a cesarean. But in the second birth, my wife and I, we were like expecting a normal birthing process so that we can experience the joy of normal birthing. And but now in the 6 month, we found that baby is in upside down position, and my wife started crying. So I told her, "Don't worry, let us talk to the baby and see why she's in this position. There must be a strong reason why baby is in upside down position." So I asked my wife to lie down, and then I started talking to the baby. Okay. And then baby started talking through my wife's voice.
Okay.
So I asked her, you just give voice to the baby and just forget about your body. Just let the baby talk through you. And the baby started talking. So she told something very interesting. She told that there is a reason why I am in this position, but it is possible to change this, shift this. And you just have to wait, and just before the birthing, I will again turn into the
Okay.
normal position.
Okay.
So this is the message we got. We discussed about this message with my wife and I. We discussed, and then my wife was confident. So the doctor suggested some exercises to turn the baby's position, but my wife didn't do any of those.
Acha.
She was like
She was
totally
confident that
confident that it
anything
will
it will
happen.
be.
Yes, because baby told, so it will
Yeah.
happen. Why again unnecessarily doing this? And I was like little doubtful. You have to go through all these exercises. It will help the baby, even though baby decided. But we waited.
So, what was the reason why she was in that position? And then, is there any teachings or is there any learning from that?
My wife had to face this uh, pain, and she has to start learning how to trust, because birthing happens only when the mother can completely trust the process, trust her own body, trust the divinity inside her. So she was actually teaching the lesson of trust. And first 41st week also passed. There are no signs of labor, uh, and that is when I was like really worried. Why the baby is not giving any signs of indication of birth? So I applied some common sense. Why baby is not, I mean, birth is not happening means two reasons. One, either the baby is not ready or the mother is not ready. Only two reasons could be. So then I asked the baby, I have this channel open, right, communicating with the baby. I can ask anything. So I asked the baby, why you are not ready? Then she told me something very shocking to me. I am ready, mother is not ready.
Okay.
I couldn't believe that. Then one night I asked my wife around midnight time, uh, is it true that are you truly ready for the birth? She told, yeah, I am ready. I did this before, I am ready. I asked her again, are you truly ready? You can be open and honest with me. Then she told, no, I am not ready. Then I asked her and I started listening to her empathetically, being there for her. And then she told, what if she is a girl child? First one is a boy. She was okay, but what if she is a girl child? And she is not ready for some reason, because she is carrying something from her own childhood, from her own past lives. At that time, I was not aware of anything. But I started looking into her eyes and I told her, if it is a girl child, she will be just like you and she will be your continuation. And I would love that. And in that moment, she started crying and she released all that pain. And then she told, I'm okay with a girl child. So to our surprise, after she told I am okay for a girl child, within 30 seconds she started having labor pain.
That was very spontaneous.
Very spontaneous. She was so ready at that time, and I started noting down labor pain cycles, intervals, and then we called the doctor, and then within next 3 hours baby was born in
Wow.
a normal.
Wow, that's too normal.
Yes, yes,
Wow, wow.
that is
Such a
normal.
great
Yes,
experience.
and the baby all turned into the head down position as promised by the baby.
Wow, wow. This is something amazing, and I'm literally getting goosebumps.
Yeah, that is the first experience with our children.
Sir, I saw so many parents, after knowing this uh, spiritual term, spiritual term in the sense, uh, I don't say something very bigger, but to know how to deal our life, how to lead our life in a right way, how to listen ourselves. So though your wife gone through some experiences before, maybe in past life or from childhood, so many parents, they really doesn't trust the process, and they have to go through lot of such challenges, right? So, what is your message to such parents? How to understand, how to believe the process?
The
How
process of parenting
parenting
or
and
inner
any
journey or
any painful process, when we go
yeah.
such painful process, they immediately get panic, they'll go to doctor, whatever the instructions or medicines they get, they'll go through it or doesn't, that is secondary. But how to believe first? Because see, this case, your wife's case, is literally such intense thing, and a happening of last 3 hours, when your wife was not ready, she was not getting any pain after
Yes.
45 weeks also.
Mm.
That is something unnatural.
Yes.
And once she just expressed herself, once she healed herself, immediately she got pain, right?
Yes.
So for women, this message is very, very deep message, very strong message, I feel.
Yes. True.
Because women have to go through whatever the other challenges, other problems they have. It's first thing, we hardly attract the frequency we want, but we attract with the frequency we are right
Yes.
now, right? We want
True.
something great, but because of belief system or fear or conditions of or pattern, we cannot attract such frequency.
Mm.
So many partners, they cannot express themselves to each other, right? For me, this is very, very miraculous experience once I
Yes.
heard. So what is your message to such parents, so they also can heal themselves and they can
Yeah.
go through a right.
So what I learned in this journey uh, with my wife, with the children, in my personal life. So I learned two things which I strongly believe in. First one is all the immediate family members. Okay, they are our soul friends. We have a soul connection with them. That's why we choose them. It is a choice. It's not accident.
True.
There are no accidents in this life, and that is the first thing I strongly believe in. For example, my wife is my choice, okay, and I am her choice in the soul plane. And the second one is our children choose us as parents. So this is a profound insight. It's not the other way. So parents never choose their children. It's always the children who choose their parents.
Right. Yes.
Okay, so this insight helped me in two ways. One, it helped me understand that I have chosen my parents. So it is my responsibility if I carry any childhood wounds. It is my choice that I came to such and such parents. It's my deliberate choice. Out of love, I came to them. It's not so much, nobody forced me. So it is a choice of love coming to my parents. So that kind of gave lot of self responsibility to heal my childhood wounds. Everyone carries inner child wounds.
True.
It is very natural. It happens. I had a great childhood, but I never understood that I had childhood wounds until I attended inner child program.
Mm.
So those are very deep, very subtle, and we have many layers where we cover those wounds,
Yeah.
and so that they are hidden. And then acceptance is a journey, and this insight helped me in accepting my parents and take responsibility for my journey. That I came to my parents deliberately. It's my choice, and this life is my choice. And my children, they have chosen me as parents, so I have only gratitude for them. And they have the blueprint of their entire life they are carrying with them. So I just have to trust it.
Mm-hmm.
So trust is a beautiful lesson. Every parent should learn this, and it is also the most difficult lesson.
Very true.
Trusting a child's innate potential, trusting its child's soul choices, trusting a child's soul journey. And when this trust comes, a child will flourish beautifully. Imagine a seed, it has entire tree inside it. Okay, you are not bringing the tree, you are not creating a tree.
Very true.
The seed already has the tree, and you have to give the right conditions. Parenting is just like farming. You have to only create the right conditions for this seed to germinate. You need sunlight, you need water, you need fertile soil, you need certain protection. All that is what is parenting is all about. You need to create the environment and hold the space for them, create the sacred space for them where they can flourish, where they can bloom, where they can come to life. So,
Yes.
and it is not an easy journey. Uh, John Bradshaw is one of my favorite teachers. He is the pioneer in inner child work.
Mm-hmm.
So he asked this question. He always asks this question: what is the most difficult job in this world?
Parenting.
Yeah. So he says parenting is the most difficult job. And the second thing he says about parenting is, um, so he tells this to every parent: realize that there is no perfect parent in this world. Till now, no perfect parent is not born, and he also says in future also will not be born. So never strive for perfection. In this process, we also grow, we also learn, and children also, they come with their past samskaras, right? And they go through their own journey and healing process. So it's not about perfection in parenting. It's only about how much you are growing as a human being, how much you are healing, how much you are learning and growing in trust, growing in patience, and growing in love. These are the three vital qualities for a parent: trust, patience, and love.
Yes. That is very, very deep message for every parent. Thank you, sir. Thank you for coming up with such deep conversation
Yeah,
where
thank
we
you.
can connect, where we understand and we can relate.
As I said, I am not a perfect parent as well. I make mistakes and I learn from those mistakes. My daughter recently told me that you are kind of feeling irritated frequently these days, and she gave me one suggestion. She asked me, when is the next soul coach training program in Quantum Life University happening? I told her it happens in November or on December. Then she gave me an advice: why don't you enroll for that program? Because you are getting irritated so many times these days. So children give honest feedback,
Yeah.
and she knows that it's going to help me because they teach something which is very profound there. That's what she
Mm.
understood.
And see, like we take normally or we take lightly such advices,
Yeah.
what kid is saying, but it's really, and if we think from heart, or once we connect with ourselves, we really get the true answer. That's true.
Yes.
That's true. That's wonderful, sir. Moving ahead, how do you balance your life? You are into IT profession
Yeah.
from 24 years and you are equally engaged in this all spiritual activities, mostly with
Yes.
Quantum Life University. And I see you giving your talks in PMC as well.
Yes.
So, yeah, this is what I know. I don't know what else you must be doing. How do you balance?
I it's a journey for me again, learning this act of balance. Okay, so the middle path which Buddha taught,
Mm.
and that's the most difficult path. It's always easy to be on extremes. It is difficult and challenging to come to the middle ground. Buddha learned this the hard way, and he taught the world. You need not learn go through all the suffering that I went through. So middle path is something that is a lesson for me in this lifetime. So I had to practice it.
How challenging it is.
Yeah, it's very frustrating sometimes because my IT work and the teaching work that I'm doing, the therapy and teaching work, they are,
Completely
yes,
contrast.
diametrically
Very opposite,
opposite.
opposite. Yes, yes.
But slowly I came to an understanding that they are supporting each other, because IT is more logical work and this is more intuitive work. So both the faculties, I should honor them. I was only honoring my intuitive faculty and ignoring my logical faculty, but logic also has a place in this world and I have to honor that. So both these faculties are equally important, and that's the balance that I started learning. And also applying these spiritual principles at work. How to be detached, how to be calm, how to be more listening, and how to work without expectation. These are the challenges everyone faces in a day-to-day life at workplace. And if we lose our awareness, we will be sucked into all kinds of emotional dramas at personal front, also at the work front.
That's what happened with everyone. We get drained and we get, we don't have an option, and
Yes.
we go with the flow.
Yes.
And the flow is always, which we should not actually practice. We
Yeah.
go in that direction.
And we mostly lead a conditioned life because we are so our brains are so conditioned with it's pre-programmed, and it takes us in that direction only.
And it's
And
very
we are,
hard to break that pattern of
yeah.
conditioning.
And soon we realize that we are not happy. We are like dependent always on some external stimuli to make us happy. We want to watch a movie or watch a game or have a drink or go for an outing. Constantly we have to be occupied to entertain ourselves, to so that we can feel I am alive. So that is the measure, right? The humanity as a whole is going towards that direction. It needs some external stimuli to prove that we exist. Yes. So, and we don't need that. We are such pure divine beings, we are spiritual beings, and we are alive. To be alive is such a gift.
What is entertainment for you? Normally, as you said, people does that, and even spiritual, what we call those who are spiritual, just doing meditation is not the. It doesn't come under the term of spirituality, but practicing everything and balancing everything and to be in middle path, as you
So
said.
these are moments when I feel bored, then I watch a movie, and after that I feel even bored.
Okay.
So that's what I realized. If you do something to cover up the boring, you will end up even more bored. So, I mean, what is the feeling one gets at the end of the movie?
Maybe happiness or more sad or something. Our mind get, I mean, we don't be with ourselves. We go with
Yes.
someone else, or someone else, the director say, or the other
Yes.
story.
So, for a moment, we suspend our mind, we suspend all our thoughts, we suspend all our beliefs, we suspend everything and start living that drama as real.
Right.
Okay. So, it gives us temporary relief because we are suspending our programs in the brain.
By forgetting ourselves.
Yes. And we start living someone else's world without the risk of taking all that pain, right? So, that's why we derive some kind of relaxation in watching movies. It's okay, it's good sometimes to do that. It's a different way of meditation, suspending our beliefs. But we cannot keep on watching everyday movies, movie after movie. Not just movies, any addiction is like that.
Yeah,
Even
maybe
shopping
alcohol,
or
shopping.
alcohol or smoking or anything too much is not healthy. That's what I realized.
So how to be balanced at that moment if we are too much frustrated with the work or maybe family or maybe relation? How to watch that time? How to take care of our mentally, emotionally?
So, for that, we need to have a strong inner connection with who we are. So, then that is kind of a strong foundation. On that foundation, a building cannot easily trip over. Right. So, if we cultivate that strong inner connection every day, day after day, it cannot happen miraculously in one day. You need consistency. So, start meditating and building that inner connection. and start doing some courses. These days online, so many resources are available to, so that is the first thing that I recommend everyone. Stay connected to yourself, okay? Not just to your physical body, to your emotions, and then to your body sensations, the feelings, and then to your divinity, inner light. So this inner connection we have to nurture. So the second one is um, emotional awareness over the day. So many people lose their awareness when they are in emotion. Let's say they are in anger. So the anger completely takes over, okay, and they don't know what they are doing. They speak words that will hurt others, or they do some actions that will hurt others,
or they get hurted by someone else.
Yes,
when
they
they
get hurt.
don't have
Yes.
emotional awareness.
Yeah.
True.
So it is a very important skill which unfortunately there no educational institute is teaching these skills. Staying in touch with our inner light, staying in touch with our emotions, nurturing awareness, cultivating awareness, no school is teaching. So these are life skills, and these platforms like PMC, platforms like Quantum Life University, they are here to teach people these skills precisely. And that is why I am so much in love with this work, because we are imparting real life skills to people. And in this process, I am also learning and growing, but I am also helping others. So emotional awareness, staying in touch with the inner connection, nurturing it every day, and learning how to relax. Many people lost this art of relaxation. Animals know it naturally. They just lie down. If you see a dog, how it relaxes on the floor. If you see a cow, how it sits in a relaxed way, munching its food.
For human, it's really difficult, as we were discussing all the pattern. Just sleeping is not relaxation.
Yeah.
If someone doesn't get sleep, they take pills or they take the help of alcohol, but that is really not relaxation.
Yes.
So your message on this subject, relaxation, how we should relax, what should be the practice for relaxation?
So relaxation is something very natural. Okay. Why human beings are not able to relax? We have to ask that question.
Because of the thoughts.
Yeah, because we are this world is too much thought driven. Okay. So we encourage thinking. We encourage more and more thinking. Okay. So the focus has to shift from thinking to creative thinking, mind to no mind, okay, activity to inaction. So that is where real relaxation comes. We have to have a balance between action and inaction. That's what Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita. So there is an inaction in every action. We have to see that when we are doing something. So let's say I am talking to you now, but deep within me there is some stillness. That is inaction. I am talking, but from this stillness I am talking. And also in an inaction there is action. We think that we are sitting in meditation. This is complete inaction. No. There is breath happening, emotions are flowing, our body, blood is circulating, heart is beating, all the innumerable cells, they are doing their metabolism. So much action is happening in action, and we have to perceive that. So then we come to a balance between action and inaction in our lives, so that we give time for inaction. We give time for ourselves to sit with nature, to go for a walk in the morning in nature, or spend some time next to a lake or in a forest doing camping, or sit in below the stars. So these are all beautiful gifts that we can give to ourselves, and that will spontaneously bring relaxation.
Perfect. Very beautifully expressed. and this way, and to be with ourselves. Relaxation,
Yes.
in short, to be in present and to be with ourselves, forgetting the entire world except us. Thank you so much, Kiran sir, for expressing yourself in this interview. And this program is about your life journey. As Patriji always, he encouraged people to share your experience. So thank you for coming and thank you for sharing your experience. And at last, one question I want to ask you. I always see you with some divine energy or vibration. As you said, I was thinking that you must be not getting any frustration feeling or irritation, but you expressed that yeah, you too get that. So still, how do you carry this compassion and love energy with you?
People say this to me all the time, and that is how I started believing it, that I am a very compassionate being. That is my strength. Everyone has their strengths.
Yes.
We should acknowledge our strength. So, compassion is my strength. So, I started acknowledging it. And initially, I used to feel shy about it, and I used to feel that, oh, maybe if I acknowledge, I will feel proud, and which is not good, which is not spiritual. No, we should acknowledge our gifts. Everyone is born with a unique gift. Someone is like very dynamic, and I see them as so inspired. I'm not like him or her. I'm mostly calm and centered and very empathetic and listening always. So that is my unique strength, and I started trusting it. And everyone's strength need not be the same.
Yeah.
For someone, dynamism and bringing people together and leading things. So, if that is your gift, trust it. And we are all gifted beings, and as we start acknowledging and honoring our gifts, it is like shining a diamond. You will start feeling that glow, and others can also perceive that glow,
That is
like
the
how you are
natural glow.
perceiving. Yes.
Thank you. At last, your message to our audience.
Stay inspired. That's what I. Inspiration is the most uh, rarest thing and most precious thing. Uh, People can get teachings, people from various resources, and Google is there to get information, and YouTube is there to listen to masters and spiritual discourses. But inspiration, you can't find it on anywhere else. It is something that is there within you. So people can inspire you, a story can inspire you, but you have to live with that inspiration.
And that should be
Yes, that
from within.
from within. And you have to make the choice that I will stay inspired no matter what. It doesn't matter what you are going through in your life. It doesn't matter how old are you. It doesn't matter what kind of illness you have, what kind of body you have. It is possible for everyone to stay inspired. And the word inspiration itself means in spirit.
Wow, that is the core message.
Yes.
Because the inspiration, maximum time people need from outside,
Yes.
whether that is motivation or
Yes.
inspiration, when they are lost in some other world, they need that inspiration from outside.
Yes.
That's why they run after, teachers or something from
Yes.
outside. That is wonderful message. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So, friends, I believe you love this episode and it will help you to connect with yourself, to connect with your inner strength, no matter from which background you are, what is your profession, but to be connected with yourself. This is literally inspiring, right? The person who is from IT background is equally balancing his spiritual life too by sharing his wisdom, by practicing all the practices of past life regression therapy as a facilitator. So, it's a humble request to you. Please meditate, and if you have any doubt, any problem, any challenge that you feel that you are not connected with yourself, then you can try for past life regression therapy as well. Please like, share, subscribe PMC English and share this video with everyone. Thank you, friends.